Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Amber, and for those who've been in my channel, welcome back. Sorry I'm not in like my usual mood. Been sick for the past few days, so I'm still recovering. So if I sound scratchy or cough or anything like that, that's why. So basically, I'm making this video. Basically, the topic is going to be about giving back and helping others. Of course, I'm going to just throw in some of my experiences personally. So there's a bit more understanding. I hope you guys know this video isn't to make anyone mad, hurt any feelings, but at the end of the day, I'm just being honest. These are just my opinions. So if anything, I just hope this video brings a positive outcome than a negative one. So that's just pretty much what this video is about. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so basically the reason why I decided to make this video about the topic that I just mentioned, which is helping others, is because I feel like in this world, in nowadays, the word help and giving back is kind of like used in a way that, to me personally, is not really right. I have music playing in the background, sorry. And I say that because I feel like, and I've seen it, I've experienced it, where people say when the people use the term help or giving back, it's like they use it where, well, if I help somebody, I expect something in return. And to me, that's not really helping somebody. That's pretty much trying to benefit yourself and help yourself. Because you feel like, well, in order for me to help this person or give back to this person, I want something back in return. I expect to get something back. And to me, honestly, it's kind of sad. And I guess for me, being raised differently and seeing things differently, that's just not how I am personally. Because for me, like I said, we're all raised differently. We all, as we grow up, and it starts from when we were young, we all have different childhoods. We all raised differently. We all have different paths. And yes, as we get older, we choose our own paths, but at the same time, sometimes we don't choose our struggles. There's things that happen in life that we can't help or that's out of our control. Yes, there are some things out there that we can help, but then there's some things that we can't help. And again, I just want to clarify, I'm not saying that anyone is obligated to help anybody or give back, but I feel like when people make that choice to help or to give back, they don't do it with the best intentions. It's always with an agenda or something behind it. And I feel like that's wrong. Because I feel like helping somebody, you want to be there, it should be because it's something you want to do out of the kindness of your heart. There's few experiences that I had personally where at the time I couldn't really talk about it because, like I said, it was very emotional and it was hard. And I will not lie, the first experience was the lowest point in my life. But now that I've had time has passed and I was able to collect myself and my feelings and accept things for how they are, yeah, I'm able to talk about it. So just please understand, I'm not going to go into detail, but understand that this is my life. This is how my life was for a bit, but by the grace of God, He's always been there for me. I've always had faith. I've always prayed, and I know that things will get better for me. So let's take it back to the beginning of the year. Of course, I was working, ended up not working. I'm not going to go into details, but I was not working for about 2 months. So you can only imagine how hard it was for me, especially as a mom, a single mom, trying to make sure my son is good and everything is good. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was a real struggle. It was the lowest point in my life. Because, I didn't know how we were gonna get by, but as a mom or as a parent, you have to think quickly, and that's what I do. I had to do what I had to do to make sure that everything was good, meaning I had to make sacrifices. I had to sell some of my things. I had to do some other stuff, nothing legally or anything like that. But, at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do to make sure that my household was taken care of. And along the way, I had to cut off some relationships. Because I feel like, and again, I guess it's just me, I feel like when we all have struggles, okay? No matter who you are, we all came from some type of struggle, whether it was in the past or if it's now. So if anyone ever tells you they don't have struggles and they never struggled, they're lying to you, okay? And for me, I felt like when I went to people who I thought would support me and be there, weren't, pretty much turned their back on me, I had to cut those relationships off. Because I felt like when I was in my lowest of my low and I needed someone to turn to, they weren't there, or they chose not to be there. And that's fine. That's everyone has their own prerogative, but that's not the type of people that I want in my life, and being a mom, you have to do what's best and do what's right, you got to think quick on your feet, and that's what I had to do. Was I looked down upon about when I did it because of the choices I had to make in order to survive for those 2 months until I was working again? Yes. But at the end of the day, I knew I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything illegal or anything like that, so I had to do what I had to do. Anyways, and that's sometimes you got to do that, Not everyone's going to be there to support you, and there's always going to be people to continue to bring you down, especially when you already feel low and ashamed. And I feel like that's what's wrong in this world too. I feel like when people, because let's just be honest, we all don't want to struggle in this world. We all want to be in a place where we're good and stable, but it's not always the case. And I feel like sometimes it's held against us, especially those who have pretty much no choice, who use platforms to ask for help. It's never easy to ask for help, especially knowing you have to put your business out there sometimes in order to get the help. Because let's be honest, not everybody trusts you, because we all know there are people out in this world who manipulate and take advantage, which I get that, so it's not easy. But I also feel like no one should feel ashamed or feel criticized or judged because they're asking for help. I'll be honest, sometimes it's a lot easier to ask people who you don't know for help because they don't know you like that. They've never been around you, and then to go to somebody who who you've always known your whole life. And sometimes it's not easy. You still get judged. There's always that fear. You're going to get judged either way, whether it's from people you know or people you don't know. But that's just how, the world is. You just have to decide for yourself, is it worth it? Only you can decide the reaction you get from other people. Anyway, so that was that situation. Then, of course, recently, I feel like the devil was just trying to work in me, trying to tear me down even more, because these past few weeks I was hit constantly with just stuff just going on, but I had to continue to pray and fight and have faith and believe that everything was going to be okay. I feel like people assume because what they see on the outside that it matches the inside. Not everything that you see on the outside from people is the reality. Not a lot of people show their emotions or show that they're struggling. Some are good at hiding it better than others, and sometimes it gets overwhelming to where you can't hide it. But I just feel like when it comes to giving back or helping somebody, you should, and it's a choice. Helping somebody is a choice. It's not an obligation, you know? So I feel like if you choose and make that decision to help somebody, do it with the right intentions, you know? Don't do it expecting something in return, because at the end of the day, God is watching, God is hearing, God knows our hearts. So if he sees and feels like we're only doing it just to get something back, all you're doing is blocking your own blessings. Just being honest. You know, to me, I feel like, for me, anybody who knows me knows that I will help. For example, the guy that I was with, when I mentioned back in my other video, my ex, nobody knows this, but I helped him out, you know, and I did it because I do care. And at the time, did I think he cared about me? Of course I did, but I did it because I want people to succeed. I want people to have a better life. You know, I know what it's like to struggle. I genuinely know, and I understand how it feels to struggle and feel like to not have any support behind it, which I'm not saying I don't have support. Don't get me wrong, I do, but I understand. You know, nobody should have to struggle in this world, but that's just how the world is. But me helping it, I had no agenda behind it or intention behind it. You know, I did it because that's something that I wanted to. That's just how I am. You know, I'll help anybody who needs help. If I can do it, if I'm in that position to help somebody, absolutely 1000% I'll do it. And I know for me, I may not be in that position now, but I know that I will get there. You know, as a single mom, struggle is every day because everything is on me. And that goes for anyone who's out there, whether you're a single parent or you're not. You know, we all have some type of struggle going on. You know, and there's going to be times where we can't do it on our own, that we're going to need help, or anybody's going to need help. But it's nothing to feel ashamed over, to feel like we have to be judged or feel like we're doing something wrong. Excuse me, sorry, still recovering. You know, and I commend people out there who take the time to help others in need. You know, and that's something that I want to instill into my son, is that we may not have everything. We may not be rich. We may not, you know, and so forth. But if we're able, if God has blessed us with so much, and that's how I see it. I don't have a lot. I know that, you know, there's things, I want to give my son a lot, but I know I can't. But I know that God has blessed me with what I have now. And I'm very humbled. I'm very blessed. And I know that in the long run, everything will work out how it's supposed to work out. Do I have everything that I want? No. Is my life perfect? No. And it never will be. No one's life is ever perfect. But I'm blessed. I know that in the end of the day, things could be worse for me. You know, but nobody ever knew what my situation was. No one ever knew my struggle because I never really showed it. Only to a few people that knew about it. There was times where I wanted to give up. You know, yes, would I cry? Of course I'll cry. I'm human. Of course I'm going to cry. You know, because it's hard. I had people in my corner who supported me, who was there for me. You know, when I didn't have anybody to watch my son, there was one person there that was there who took the time out to watch my son. She's been there for my son for a long time, watched my son for a long time, but she was there and she didn't have to be. See someone struggling, or if someone's reaching out to you because they're struggling, don't shame them for it. You know, help them because you've once been there. You once struggled. You once been that place, so you generally know what it feels like to not have support, to not have anything that you need or want, whether it's for you or for your family. You know, do it because you can understand and you come from that place and you don't want to see them struggle. Even if it's just helping them for a little bit, anything can go a long way. You never know. At the end of the day, if I could do something knowing that I put a smile on somebody's face and made them happy, even just a little bit, if I changed even a little bit in somebody's life, that makes me happy. You know, because to me, I feel like I made a difference in somebody's life. And that, to me, that's more important than expecting anything in return. I know things are going to be okay. And for me, I have things in life that I want to do and goals for me and my child. You know, so for me, I don't mind helping out, because at the end of the day, when I'm gone from this earth, everything that I have now is either going to go somewhere else or disappear, like money. It might be with me now, but when I'm gone from this earth, it's about to end up in somebody's pocket. So if I know I'm able and capable to help somebody, I will do it. I don't mind. Like I did for my ex, I did it for other people. I don't mind, because that's just who I am. But if I know I'm not in the position to do it, I'm not going to do it. And I won't say that I can't do it, but I will do what I can, because I understand what it's like to struggle. It's hard. And like I said, there's some things in life that we just can't control. At the end of the day, money and other things are materialistic things. They can come back. Some people are making money while they're asleep, and I feel like when you see somebody struggling who doesn't have that stuff, have money or anything like that, does it hurt to give back? Does it hurt to help? Does it hurt to just give them money or whatever the case might be? And I'm not saying that you have to do it, but I'm saying, will it really hurt you? Because at the end of the day, we are blessed to have what we have. We're very humble to have what we have. It could be worse for us. If we have a roof over our head, a car to drive, a job, that money is still going to come back to you. But it's unfortunate for people out there who are struggling. They don't have that option or that choice as of right now. Yes, we all have our ways of bettering ourselves in this world, but for some people it takes more time. And I know as humans, when it comes to money and stuff, that's a very sticky situation. Again, I'm not saying you have to help anybody, but I'm saying those who choose to do it should do it because they want to do it and not expect something. You got to really think about it. If you were to even put a smile on the face or tell someone you love them, or give somebody a hug, or even if you buy someone a meal or something, knowing that you made a difference in their life, even just a little bit, and you put a smile on, that's giving them hope, knowing that somebody out there in this world cares about them. What does it really matter? Will it really hurt you that bad to know that you're not getting something back right away? I mean, you really never know in these days that the things that you're praying on, that you are asking for, you may get them someday down the line. Those could be your blessings. But if God, like I said, if God sees that you're only helping people just to make sure you get something out of it right then and there because you're expecting it, then you're only hurting yourself. For instance, for me, doing the surrogacy, I made the decision doing surrogacy knowing that I'm going into a risk or putting my own body in risk of not having kids again. That's just reality. Anyone who does surrogacy, because you're putting your body and yourself through all these hormones and things like that, we're putting our bodies at risk, putting ourselves at risk of never having kids again. But for me personally, yeah, the money's cool and all, but at the end of the day, that can never replace you being able to have kids again, especially down the line if you get married or meet somebody. There's that chance I will never be able to have kids again. God forbid, I pray to God I'll be able to have kids again. But I knew the risk going into this, and I'm okay with that because I have my son. I was blessed to have my son and have the memories that I have with him, and being able to give someone else that gift of being able to have their own kid, that's priceless to me. I'm not doing it with any attention behind it, any agenda behind it. I'm doing it because that's what I want to do. I just think that everybody deserves to be happy in life. And if I can help that and I can give back in that way or any type of way that I can, I will do it. Am I in the position to give back the way I want to? No. But I know that once I get to that place, and I claim it every day that I'm going to get into that place, that I will be able to give back. Not just outside, but not just being a surrogate, but giving back in other ways that I can. Because I know that I was blessed with what I have now. I don't have a lot, no. But I'm able, if I know I'm in the position to be able to give back, and that's what I know, if you're able to give back, you have that ability to give back, then do it. You should give back, because God has blessed you with what you have now. So you should be able to want to give back and do it with the purest of your heart. And not just doing it because you want something back or you want something in return. There was another experience where I ended up in a situation, had like car problems or something. Somebody, agreed to help, was there to help and take them, which I appreciate. I do. I truly appreciate it. Later on down the line, found out he was only doing it for the wrong reasons, and I immediately cut him off because I feel like that's just not who I am. That's not the type of person I am. I don't want somebody to help me because they want something from me, And again, maybe that's just me. And again, I'm not saying that you are obligated to help anybody, because you're not. You do whatever you want to do. That's your prerogative. I'm just saying that if you see somebody in life struggling, and especially if you can relate, you should want to help them because it's the right thing to do. It's because you find it in your heart and you can feel for them. You feel for them. You can relate to what's going on. Because like I said, we all had our struggles, and all of us still have our struggles. Not everybody will broadcast their struggles, but we all have them. And I commend all those out there who are either in the place and capable to help others, or even if you're not in that place but you still do it anyways. I commend you for it. I really do. I feel like that is the most awesome thing. I know I'm probably making my own word, but I think it's the most awesome thing that you can do in life. Like I said, I know I don't have a lot. Being a single mom, it's hard. And I feel like people got to understand that just because we all may have jobs, times are different now. Things are harder now. It's not as easy. So, yeah, some of us may have jobs and things may look good, but it doesn't mean that we're not struggling, that we don't have issues of our own, that we're trying to get through. I know for me that I'm going through stuff, but I know I constantly pray and have faith, and I ask God, for guidance. And I know that what I'm going through, or the struggles that I'm going through, I will get through them. There's that saying where, it's always the calm before the storm. But in this situation, when it comes to giving back and helping, there's always going to be the storm before the calm, because you're going to have your struggles and your challenges before things get better and you get into that right place. So that's how I look at it, so, like I said, I don't want this video isn't to piss anybody off or anything like that. I'm just being honest and being real, excuse me. And if you can't help somebody, that's fine. No one says you have to do it. I'm just speaking in a sense of, if you make that choice to help somebody, do it because it's what you want to do. It's something that feels right in your heart to do. And not doing it because you want to take away from some benefit from it. And again, like I said, just never assume that somebody's life is good. Not, like I said, not everybody shows their struggles and what they're going through. And there's so many types of ways you can help somebody or give back. There's not just one way. Even just by being there, being supportive, helping somebody. There's so many ways. So don't ever think that there's just one way, like giving money or anything like that. Now, giving money, that would be cool, but no one's saying you have to do it. People take giving back and helping in different ways, and like I said, it can go a long way. You can make a difference in somebody's life. You can change the way how people see things and see other people. We all want that hope in our life and that everything will get better. And as humans, I know the hardest thing is knowing that things won't get better when we want them. And that's why we rush things and do things. But we all know things are only going to get better when God says it's time for us to get better. And for anybody out there that is struggling, all those out there that are struggling, trust me, I understand, I can relate, I get it. I understand, and there's gonna be times where you want to give up, because I know there was times I wanted to give up, but I know me having a child, and I know that I have God by my side, I can't do that. And you shouldn't either. Never give up. Just keep moving forward, keep praying. Know that there are people out there that care and love for you and are out there that want to help you and that will help you. So just, never give up. Continue fighting. Have faith. Things aren't going to happen when we want it, but they will happen. And again, if you are out and people out there who helping people or want to help people because it's the right thing to do, I commend you on that 100%. And like I said, just anybody out there, people that are watching this video, help somebody because you can relate or you feel for them and you want to see them do better. Don't do it because you want something back. Because at the same time, once upon a time, you were probably in their situation. You were probably struggling too. And you kind of have to think about it like, well, when you were struggling and you had to look to someone else for help, how did it make you feel knowing that they wanted something back from you in return in order to help you and make you better or help you to get to where you wanted to go? So, like I said, it's hard. It's hard in life. It really is. But we just have to keep fighting and believe that everything is going to be okay. And like I said, you just never know. For us that, if you have it good now, just understand God can giveth and taketh away. If you try to help people under false pretenses or do it because you want something back, you just never know. That person that that needed help, who was struggling, could have a huge come up. And you could end up in your lowest points. So it can always be switched, reversed. Okay, so that's just basically what I'm saying. Help somebody because you want to help them and genuinely care. That you actually care. Show them, that you want to see them end up in a better place. Yes, it's not always up to you. And yes, you're not obligated to do it. But if you do decide to help them, do it because you want to. Your time will come when it's time for you to receive your blessings again. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for this video. If I think of anything, I'll add it on. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, that's okay too. Just please leave any negativity out of it. Again, I'm not making this video to make anyone mad, so just understand I can only be honest and speak the truth. And people out there who are struggling, please understand that it's okay to let people go or cut people out who aren't there for you to support you or who are constantly putting you down, because it's not right. I mean, all of us who do struggle, we're already putting ourselves down. We're already feeling ashamed and embarrassed, and even having to ask for help, it makes us feel some type of way. So why continue to keep people in your life who are going to continue to bring you down, who are going to continue to kick you when you're down and not lift you up? But know that you guys are all loved, and there is somebody out there to help and to pick you up. And know that everything's going to be okay. It may not seem like it, but everything's going to be okay. Alright, so again, thank you for tuning into my video. There will be more videos to come. I wish everyone the best. And you guys have a blessed day. See you later.